Well, this morning we are continuing our Inside the Kitchen series, taking you inside the home kitchens of some of the biggest names in the Twin Cities food scene.
So today it is Chef Yia Vang. He was born in a Thai refugee camp. He worked his way up in the food industry, starting as a dishwasher to now having his own restaurant and another one on the way.
Yeah, Union Hmong Kitchen. He uses his Hmong upbringing to bring new flavors to us Minnesotans and plans to open up another restaurant this summer. But what does he eat when he's just at home at his house? Let's take a look.
Hey, I'm Yia Vang. I own Union Hmong Kitchen and the upcoming new restaurant Vinai. You're here in my kitchen. It's kind of a smaller kitchen, but you know, we make it work. I think that one of the big misconceptions they have about, you know, chefs and cooks is that we always have fancy food laying around. But what we like to do when we're at home is we want to make sure that we cook something that's quick, delicious, easy, simple. And so that's kind of what I'm going to take you through. This morning, one of my favorite things I love doing is making egg sandwiches. We can just dig into the fridge here. There's always tortilla shells because it's a real quick dish. I got some Kraft's cheese, which is the best cheese to make egg sandwiches out of.
Okay, so you don't use fancy cheese.
Oh no, Kraft's cheese are the. Here's a secret. Making the best burgers is like Kraft cheese, egg sandwich, any of that Kraft cheese is the best because they melt the best. It's just that weird fake cheese meltiness that you need, that velvety texture. Right away, I already have some sausage that's already cooked up. I like to render my own fat down. This has become this cauldron of when I'm making bacon or whatever fat's left over, I just always throw it in here. So
How long you had that?
I don't know, a while.
Are you a Costco guy?
Yeah, everything for me is literally just bulk and mass. Like, like if I'm gonna get eggs, I might as well get like, 2 dozen eggs, and then just, and then when you get all your eggs, you can just cook them. You can make hard-boiled eggs. It's just efficiency. So here we go. We'll just crack some eggs in here. Real simple.
Are you a scrambled guy, a fried egg?
So I'm a scramble guy for a couple reasons. Just really do it real simple. I don't know. I feel like everyone's got their own little egg cracking thing. I go a little salt. I'm a huge pepper guy, so I really like big chunks of cracked pepper in there. And if you do this correctly, this should take you like, I don't know, like 30 seconds, maybe a minute. So.
Is this something you grew up with or not?
No, I just made this up in college. It's simple. This is the best part. You just grab the cheese here.
The rubbery cheese.
Yep, the nice rubbery cheese. Just put it right in the middle. The first thing I've learned how to cook was scramble eggs. And just, mom and dad would be like, hey, we got to hustle in the morning, so we would cook our own scrambled eggs. And then some people might look at that and go, well, that's not Hmong food. But I'm like, but it is. But it's part of our story, growing up, like coming to this country, learning how to kind of fend for ourselves a little bit, But I've been very blessed in the last few years that we can really just dive deep into our people's history and our people's food. I really like to cook a lot when I need to think about stuff. So for example, my freezer is just packed full of stuff I cook, and then I just vacuum seal it. I have a little vacuum sealer. I vacuum seal it and just throw it in the freezer. So if you look in the freezer, it's just stacked full of so we got some, meatballs in there. We have some, fish, some kinds of sausages. We have lamb. We have ramen stock.
Ramen stuff.
Yeah, so I was just bored. Not bored, but I need to process through things.
Whoa.
So,
and Junior Mints.
Junior Mints because, when you have one of those days,
I'm with you. I'm with you. You saw the candy in the freezer. Now to the pantry. Oreos. All different kinds of Oreos. You are a self-proclaimed Oreo junkie, could you say?
Absolutely.
But not the original Oreos.
Don't get me wrong, I like the originals. But here's the thing, is Oreos always puts out all these kind of one-off flavors, and I get really excited when I go to the grocery store and I'm like, oh my gosh, this one is probably been my favorite, is the chocolate peanut butter. One of the fun things that when I moved in here was the previous person who lived here, she put her couch right in the kitchen area, and I remember I made fun of her. I was like, why do you have a couch here? And then it's really fun too. You could just have friends like sitting around your couch while you cook, and then if you go through here, this is our mud room.
Yeah,
But what happens in the winter here, and everybody knows this, right? Everybody knows this. But my mud room also becomes kind of my cooler. So there's all the drinks, like, you know, the beers and, you know, the LaCroix and everything out there. But it's nice to have that as a backup fridge, you know, when things get too packed.
When you live in the city, you got to make room, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was just named a semi-finalist for the James Beard Award for Best Chef in the Midwest, and his restaurant, Union Hmong Kitchen, up for the award of Best New Restaurant. And he just eats Oreos.
That's amazing.
He is so likable.
He's a man after my own heart.
I also said, you know, like, what do you know, when you really want like a good home-cooked meal? He's like, I go to my mom and dad's house.
So true, they make the
You're
best.
just like everyone else.
I said, me too. Awesome.
I have to say, super impressed too that his restaurant is up for best new restaurant because it's in the Gray's Food Hall. It's so accessible to everybody. It's not get a reservation 8 weeks in advance and expect to pay $300 for a meal.
Yeah.
So it's right there.
Yeah.
They're really cool.
Yeah.